Good morning, everybody. This is Ian Bell from Custom Gateway. Thanks for joining the webinar this morning. Today, we're going to be covering how you can expand the range of products for corporate programs or corporate scheme websites. So what we're going to cover is essentially what a corporate program is, what the custom product platform can offer a corporate program, and what's needed to provide a corporate program to a client. So, what's a corporate program? So, a corporate program is essentially just a website, but a website that offers a fixed range of products. So, anyone in the promotional products industry will be familiar with getting customers tied into corporate programs so that they've got a long-term relationship from the promotional product distributor or the marketing agency that are providing the products. And a standard web store can get set up, which will give login access. So it's just a typical standard e-commerce website as a starting point, usually requiring a login so that it's only authorized buyers who can log in, because most of the time the programs are, the products will be invoiced rather than paid for online like a normal e-commerce store. There's a fixed range of branded products relevant for the brand's staff to order for whatever the promotional activity is that they're planning. And it'll be provided by the promotional distributor or marketing agency. And the goods will generally be sourced from a trade-only type supplier who would not naturally deal with the end user. So the advantages really for the brand and for the supplier is there is a fixed contract, so the agency knows the period that they're going to be supplying the products. There's consistency of supply, so that the brand knows exactly what they're going to be buying as they're ordering it. There's loyalty from the brand to the supplier, because they know that they are working together for the common aim of promoting and selling more of the client's product. There's price advantages for the brand, obviously, but then there are also disadvantages. So there's generally quite large stock holdings which needs managing. There are the warehousing requirements that are needed for the products that are held in the warehouse, obviously, and there is a cost associated with that. There's quite often double delivery costs, so you'll have delivery costs from the supplier into the warehouse and from the warehouse back out again to the client's premises or wherever they're going to get delivered to, which then incurs picking and packing costs to go through the stock in the warehouse, to do the individual deliveries, to send them to the relevant locations. So this in itself would lead to greater administration costs. And then there can often be issues of unused stock. I mean, clients will underwrite stock, but if there's any discrepancy on this stock holding, it just leads to added complications. If there are any alterations in the brand's corporate identity or colour schemes or whatever else it might be, then this will generally lead to longer lead times for reproducing other products with the new branding. And then if there is specific event merchandise required or additional branding needed on the products, then this needs manual handling and going through a more sort of traditional process. So what we want to look at is Gateway's, Custom Gateway's platform, and we want to look at how we can offer a different way to look at corporate schemes. So the CPP, the Custom Product Platform from Custom Gateway, is known. It is a market-leading product personalization platform that automates branding products online and routing the orders to fulfillers for dropship fulfillment, usually in the gifts market and based on one-offs is where it would traditionally be seen. But the only real difference between this business model to a corporate scheme website offered to the distributor's client is the quantity of the individual orders placed. So it is still a web store and it still produces products. So previously, the disadvantages that we'd gone over was the large stock holding, warehousing, delivery costs, picking and packing costs, admin costs, any discrepancies, lead times for alterations, etc., etc. So what the CPP will offer is on-demand fulfillment. So products can be put onto a website, they will be produced as they are required in the quantity that's required, which then results in no warehousing because you're delivering directly to where the client wants the goods. This will in turn reduce delivery costs. There's no associated picking and packing costs in the warehouse. It'll reduce administration costs, so it makes the whole process far more straightforward to manage. And then there won't be any unused stock at the end of the contract, so there can't be any disagreement about stock levels, or if there's any miscounts of the stock within the warehouse, that would be a thing of the past. And it's also immediate delivery for any brand alterations, because the brand logos can be changed virtually, and then the customer will have immediate availability to see the new products because the products themselves will be produced on demand. The same for any specific event merchandise. For example, if you have a branded logo or a branded product, which then needs additional branding for a specific event or for a particular marketing campaign, then this can be added at the time of the order. We can allow specific logos, specific fonts to be loaded so that they can't be adding anything that it shouldn't be within the brand, so it sticks to the brand guidelines. We can even take it right down to allowing one particular font in a particular size, in a particular colour, if they need to add any strap lines for whatever the particular usage may be. And if there are things like exclusion zones outside logos, then these can be allowed within the product setup very easily and can be managed in-house. So this is the process of how we generally work. We have content on the left. So over here we have our content or your content. So your content may well be the brand assets, the logos and associated colour schemes and things of the client. All of this is fed into and set up with the products in the CPP, which will then automatically push products through into the website, which is the corporate scheme website. They can go in store, so clients can use this for if they are allowing their customers to then purchase their products. And obviously it's mobile friendly as well. But then any orders placed on any of these, through any of these mediums, can then route the orders into the order management system, which will then send the order to the relevant fulfiller for the specific product automatically. So from the corporate scheme website, you're not actually needing to place orders for individual call-off. So there's no manual handling at all of any orders. This is fully automated and goes through to either. If you wanted to have a warehouse with some stock in, you could certainly allow that, but it would route an order through to the warehouse. But obviously we're trying to promote the on-demand model. So the orders for the on-demand products would route automatically through to the fulfillment centre, who would simply be holding blank stock of product, which could then be reused if for other clients of the suppliers, because it's within their standard stock range. So what we need to look at is how we can expand the range of products. There's two areas really that this is covering. We've got, excuse me, how the CPP can change the way that you would manage a corporate program for a client, but also from the fixed range, which is the starting point of the contracts. You'd have a fixed range of products which would be agreed. Then for you to be able to offer other products to the client easily, then use exactly the same web portal that's been set up for them to introduce new product ideas. So the website offers a fixed range, as I've just mentioned, of pre-approved merchandise. So this is how to use the CPP to increase your sales and to give greater flexibility to the client. So part of the system as a whole, which has been around for quite a few years now, is what we've called sample lists, which is used to create virtual samples of products. So that will help the initial product selection process. So when you are going through the product selection for the core range, then sample it can be used very easily to show what the products will look like. But it can also be used to generate products that can be offered within the corporate scheme website. So Sampler itself can be used, as you see here, for creating virtual samples. Your internal, the staff of the distributor or marketing company can use it to create samples to show clients ideas. This can be part of the initial proofing process and product selection process. It can enable your customers to add virtual samples to their websites. You can manage your samples and use them for various purposes, such as producing quotes or sample sheets or ideas sheets. And we've got a full proof management system as well, which will help on pre-production for one-off orders. But within the corporate scheme, it can also be used to convert these virtual samples with one click to a full e-commerce product that can simply be added to a corporate scheme website for immediate availability to the client without actually producing a physical sample. So in this example here, I've just loaded the visualizer section of the CPP, loaded a phone case as a generic product and added a Coca-Cola logo to it. So click on the save button, and this pulls up some options of how you can produce. You can give your sample a name, add any notes to it, and then you've got various output options that could be used immediately in your proofing process. But once it's got into the sample manager, so this is the next entry within the list of samples that I've created. As you drill into the sample, you can simply click the button to save and create a product. So this will assign all of the attributes to it necessary so that product can get imported into a website and be sold. So if you have a minimum quantity for Coca-Cola phone cases of 250 pieces, you can set that as it's imported into the site, set your price, and then these are then available to the clients to be able to order. Might have a slightly more thought about the design. I've simply slapped a logo on. But this is available immediately to the client as soon as you put them into the site, because if they order a quantity, that order and the artwork that's uploaded onto it will be routed directly through to the fulfiller for production and dispatch. So as you can see, we can quickly generate new virtual samples. We can offer new product ideas to clients very easily, and we can add these product ideas to corporate scheme websites very easily, which are then available immediately to the client because they are produced on demand. So it is a different way of looking at a corporate scheme, but realistically, in this day and age, the future of promotional merchandise is clearly e-commerce based, and utilizing the custom product platform now will offer your clients this functionality today. So the system as a whole is very simple to use, and it will give this functionality out of the box to your clients. So if you would like some more information about how you can offer a corporate scheme website within an existing website that you might already have by simply adding the functionality, or if you need this within a website structure pre-built for you, then this is something that we would clearly like to discuss. So feel free to contact me. My details are at the bottom of the screen there, just Ian at custom-gateway.co.uk, or have a look at the website and you'll be able to get more information from there. So thank you all for joining this morning, and we look forward to speaking to you soon. A copy of the presentation will be, or a link to the copy of the presentation will be sent through after the presentation. Okay, thank you very much again, and I'm sure we'll speak soon.